Good evening, this is Philip Love from Mombasa. I'm the Archbishop, founder of Happy Dappy Jesus Universal. I'm talking to you tonight about enlightened love. Now in the East, many traditions, the goal or the hope is the realization of enlightenment. Enlightenment is the focus, enlightenment being the liberation from the cycle of birth and death, or moksha, freedom. But I like to say there's an added dimension to that should be clearly understood. The fall of man had to do with the corruption of love. Love being the core value that God created all of the universe by, was to love through love. And his hope was for his children to become lovers in the same way he was lovers of them. Pure and true, unadulterated, free of ego, completely one. So I would venture to say that the goal is not enlightenment, the goal is enlightened love. It's only through enlightened love that this universe and this world will be changed and transformed into the kingdom of heaven. So I like to suggest that our focus be on true love as the core value, even beyond enlightenment. There are four divine loves. The first being parental love. The love that the parents feel for the children. The unconditional love, the unconditional benevolence to the children is the primary love. Second is conjugal love, the love between a man and a woman, the sacredness, the sacred love between a man and a woman, with God as the center of the Trinity. God, man, woman, centered on God's love. And that's really part of parental love, because you cannot become a parent unless you go through the gateway of conjugal love. This is why conjugal love was the target of Satan, to take down man, to take away God's dominion and replace himself as the Lord of creation through stealing and corrupting the conjugal love between a man and a woman. And you cannot be a parent until you have mastered conjugal love. So the real problem with Adam and Eve was they were not mature yet, and they jumped the gun, and they made a base with the angel instead of God. They made a base with the angel with their love. And this is what separated Adam and Eve from God. And this is what got them kicked out of the garden. Their awareness was supposed to be totally one with God, totally one with the Creator himself, the source of all the creation, the source of life, and the source particularly of love. And when Satan corrupted it by tempting Eve, and then Eve tempting Adam, they jumped the gun. They consummated their situation before they were mature in the love of God. This is how love becomes corrupted. This is why you find so many problems with conjugal love in the world. Because it's all based on ego. They don't love each other for the sake of love. Man and woman love each other with their own hidden agenda, to use and even abuse the other for their own pleasure. This is not God's love. This is just ego masquerading as love. So you've got parental love, you've got conjugal love, which is kind of a gateway to parental love. You've got sibling love, the love between a brother and sister, or brother and brother, and you've got, or sister and sister. And then you've got the children's love, the love the child feels for the parent. These are the four great loves, the four divine loves. And this is what the core of our focus is in terms of restoring man back to God and building the kingdom on the earth. The restoration of these divine loves. That is what's important. If we have that, then we'll have the kingdom on the earth. And our eyes will be open to the reality of the God's kingdom that was originally created, that we lost sight of. We lost sight of it. Our sight became clouded and jaded with ego. And this ego has ruled since that time. So I thought I would just share that with you tonight, that our focus in this ministry is on the restoration of God's original love back to God and to man, and the elimination of the ego consciousness and the ego domination in this world. If we can do that, we will have the kingdom. There's something I wrote too that I'd like to share with you. It's time to create a new culture to emerge on the earth, the love culture. What is the love culture? Brother, sisterhood, unity, inclusiveness, oneness, sameness at the essential level, soulfulness, God. The opposite is Satan, ego, exclusiveness, divisiveness, class, superior, inferior, judgmentalism,